Hello, welcome to Vern, The Shape of Fantasy. This is a new game that came out just recently by a company called Gametopia. Looks pretty darn interesting in my opinion. Love retro style looking games, so this looks pretty neat. Love stuff like Space Quest, King's Quest, Full Throttle. What else? I'm trying to think of offhand, just quickly. Grim Fandango, all those like old school point and click games are really fun in my opinion, so this looked kind of like right up my alley, so figured let's check it out. Okay. Oh good, autosaves are always nice. Ooh, the lighting effect on the text alone, nice little extra touch. Little jellyfish and fish in the background. Cat, can you stop chewing on my roller cord? Not the time for it. Love you, bud. Is there voiceovers in this? 1888, South Atlantic Ocean. There's South Atlantic Ocean.
Nation is very close, Vern.
Cool.
You were very confident about your triumph. Until we open the chest, we won't know for sure if the Compass of Destiny is really inside.
The chest is in perfect shape after 2,000 years under the sea. No human technology can do that. It's Atlantean, that's for sure.
Huh.
The ship, the inscriptions, all the pieces fall into place. The Compass of Destiny is inside. We are going to change the course of this goddamn war, Vern. We are going to change history.
Take it to Mr. Vern's lab and start maneuvers to ascend for air recycling.
This discovery will change it all.
This already looks really cool. Gotta say, as someone who's very introverted, I'm very glad there's voiceovers because it makes it kind of hard on me to stream and do Let's Plays for games when there's no voiceovers. No offense to companies that don't do it, and there's nothing wrong with it.
March 25th, 1888. Scientific Officer Log. It's a great day for the captain, who has asked me to begin documentation while he delivers a speech to the crew in the library. After months of searching, at last he found it. He doesn't have the slightest doubt that the Compass of Destiny is in his hands. An old artifact that, once released from inside this chest, it is supposed to guide us safe and sound to the flame of Hephaestus, the most powerful energy source in the world. The Deadbolt has a complex defensive system, and the...
I was starting to get kind of interesting. What hit us? Okay, move, run.
Vern here!
Vern, quick! The nation is attacking us! Not a single Atlantean piece can fall into their...
Mon Dieu! Merde! 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 I must hurry to recover the iMac. It's inside of the armory's safe room, and wait there. It's the safest place around.
Just 1 second. Gotta do something real quick. Okay. 1 second, sorry. There. Okay. What? IMAG? IMAG? IMAG. MIG? I'm just gonna go with IMAG. Powerful Atlantean device capable of detecting fissures in the flow of reality and offering its users the different possibilities that could take place in the same instant. A first and unique prototype was manufactured a few months before the incident that caused the destruction of the Atlantean civilization, created with the intention of speeding up construction and technological development. They discovered, however, that the IMAG had a limitation. Very few could provide it with the tremendous amount of imagination necessary for optimum performance. Only the brightest and most creative minds could do so. The goddess Lysia intervened in its manufacture, inspiring Atlantean engineers and providing ideas for its operation. However, neither she nor any primordial could use it, since the emotional influences emanating from them affected the flame of Hephaestus, destabilizing it. Whatever plans the Atlanteans had for its manufacture were abruptly interrupted by the hecatomb that wiped out their land, so the IMAG became a unique device on Hemera. Excuse me. After that, it simply disappeared. Its location gave rise to hundreds of theories, the most plausible being the one that describes how several surviving Atlantean families hid it in what we now know as Greece, becoming an object of veneration and giving rise to the pre-Hellenic cult of Placidia. Had a short but intense existence. And if I had a better memory, I could actually remember all that. Fortunately, I don't. All I need to know is the top part. Logs, collectibles, pause screen. Okay. Wait. Side mission. Oh, okay. When I do have one. Saving the model. The IMAG. Over here? Nope. Okay. We all are the Nautilus. Okay. Very red poster.
I must hurry to the Armory. I must hurry to the Armory. I must hurry to the Armory.
I wonder what those switches do. Best bunk slab, map.
No! Blocked! There's only one way to the Armory. Going outside.
Go outside the Nautilus. And how shall I do that? That where just that's where it just came from. Okay. Can't do that. Go here.
Merde! The elevators are disabled.
Whoa. Okay. Exit. Bunks. Maintenance. Okay. Go over to the bridge. Art room, there's an exit. Sit right above in the lab.
Going down. It's not the answer. It's a cul-de-sac.
One speed ladder climb. Okay. Wondering if running carried over to climbing ladders. Nope. Whoa, that is busted up. What? Giant submarine.
The Valkyrie. It's eerier than I thought. I must get to the front hatchway.
Visibility icon appears at the bottom left and shows you whether or not you are visible to enemies. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Oh, hell. See what happens. Might as well. How do I hide? Nope, 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 nope. No, no. No, no, no. Um... thing, just getting used to the mechanic of like, okay, there's something there so I can't be seen, and like where I can and can't do that. Find those that can count. Okay, so right here I'm fine. So are they behind me and I'm in front of this? Okay. Okay, I see the angle now. I just didn't understand the angle the light was hitting at. Whoa, shite. No, no. Please, go away. So I can move on. Can, you move forward, so I'll move back, so I can go. Thank you. Oh. No! One footstep too far. Make it quicker this time. Come on. I'm a speedrunner. It shouldn't be taking me this long. Just force a habit, honestly. Try to do something as quick as I can. Do. Oh, come on. Move on farther. Move on farther. Thank you. Oh, that was close.
Maybe the main door is not a good idea.
Ooh. How many of you are there up there? Finally. Armory and protect the item.
It's jammed.
Of course. Map. How did I get in? Move, puzzle, move. Okay, I don't have a map with me on the wall. Dude. Armory. Go 2 room. Oh.
Dear Adam and Shun, this is a massacre. But wait, these bullet wounds on Shun. There are no blood drops on him. He was shot after he was dead. That's disconcerting.
I would. Are we having a werewolf situation here? Zombie situation? So that's about the only thing I can think of to where you would choose something after it was dead. Maybe like a vampire.
I must hurry to the armory.
Okay. Still getting used to how the layout looks and
The library access seems
everything.
clear, but I must reach the armory.
But I want to explore the rest of the. Oh, shoo. Okay, I guess I'm not going that way. It's like a Sierra game almost.
It's jammed. I have to go down to the armory. Maybe I can open the safety hatches from the bridge.
The bridge.
I won't go up again. No way.
But that's where all the fun is. Still can't open it. That's an inconvenience.
It's Ben! Is somebody there? No foes here. Adrienne, where's everybody? And Nadine?
The pilot has disappeared. Very likely she has been captured with the others at the library.
What happened? How is that even possible that...
I don't know. The servo radars didn't work. Nothing has worked. They crushed us. Damn Raven.
The Raven? Merde!
Well, that's not the worst of all. The captain has activated the Nautilus self-destruction.
What?
He will never let his technology fall into the hands of the nation.
How much time do we have?
Less than 10 minutes.
Whoa,
Dieu!
not much.
You are the second in command. Can't you disactivate it?
Only Nemo knows the code. He told me to protect the bridge to speed away as soon as we release ourselves. But the engines are currently paralyzed until the captain reactivates the core. That's why we're still outside.
Oh my god! What will we do?
You are the only one who can do something.
What? The only what? I'm not a soldier.
Well, now you must become one. I will open the hatches to the armory chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Once there, take the IMAG and do whatever you can to save the Nautilus.
But the iMac? It's not a weapon. We barely know how to use it or what it can do. What if it sinks us?
What do you fancy more? A quick death beneath the sea or a long life of tortures at one of the nation's penitentiary mines? Move!
I still have some stuff to do.
Of course, I have it. Use doors as soon as I see it. Need to see this map. I gotta get used to this layout more. How do I get to the armory?
These elevators don't work either.
Of course not.
I got you, terrorist.
I was hoping. Oh well.
Mon Dieu!
It was a quick 5 minutes. It's so, like, very well decorated everywhere. It's really nice. Like, that's, like, a good chunk of the reason I'm just walking back and forth on some areas. I need to re-see this map. Okay. I think I'm starting to get how the layout works. At the bottom, safety route. Oh, it's safety route is when I have to open the hatchway to go down the ladder. Okay. Access means the area between those. Okay. Or there, yeah.
He
Get from
grabbed
one
that
to another.
paper with his last strength. It's bloodied.
What happened here? Just in case. Can I grab one of the guns? A knife? Crossbow? An axe? Something?
I'm coming, I'm coming. Armory here.
Vern, the Opta recorders show that the Raven has cornered the captain and the engine core. Go there. I will open the hatch.
And what am I supposed to do?
Think. You'll figure something out. You're an imaginative guy.
The IMAG is an Atlantean artifact capable of detecting cracks in reality and making small rewrites at specific moments in case things get difficult for you. Okay. IMAG offers logical choices, explore the world, get more options. Select one, but be careful, not all of them have a happy ending. Ooh, okay, so I can change how things happen. Let's go with, will it hold?
Kept withstanding.
Well done. Now you must wait for the IMAG to recharge. If you choose wrong, the IMAG may go back a short time. But beware, it doesn't happen often. Happy rewriting. Okay.
That paper. I could try with the iMac. Before dying, he released a paper he was holding in his hand.
Russian kingdom, after years at war, gathered from her defeated neighbors enormous wealth and great scientists, whose work allowed her to develop impressive technological advances. Thanks to this superiority, in a few years she annexed a large part of Europe to, in 1815, proclaim herself as the nation. Only one, because there can be only one true nation and only one identity that protects civilized human being from barbaric savagery. In 1835, the nation began her global expansion and the Great Asiatic 30 Years' War began. In 1860, after the capitulation of the Sino-Japanese alliance and the defeat of Great Russia, the nation turned its gaze to the Golden Empire of Africa. War spread beyond the continent, and the world of Himera suffered years of atrocities under the nation's rule. In 1880, after several years of tyrannical peace, and thanks to the technology developed by Captain Nemo, thousands of citizens finally united in a global resistance to fight a planetary-scale guerrilla war against the nation. To the surprise of their military leaders, the fire of revolution was rekindled throughout Himera. Today, the nation is led by the men of the Curia, a select group of 23 pro-men members of the political, military, and scientific elite. Each year, amid great displays of patriotism, a member of the Curia assumes power, but is no more than a formalism, since the nation is managed by more than one head. In fact, one of its foundations is the great power struggles between the various groups that fight to occupy as many seats in the Curia as possible. One can only become part of the Curia by replacing one of its members, so accidents, illnesses, and suicides are not uncommon in its history. Obviously, the common people have no real voice or vote in the Curia, nor, of course, do they have the slightest influence on the actions of the nation, no matter how much propaganda claims otherwise. Oh, great, so basically, you're screwed if you live there. Utterly and completely. Lovely place to live. That I need to go to the core, or so I need to go down, it looks like. Working now? Oh, that's okay. Thought it was for the elevator.
Blocked.
Of course. Bomb-proof or tidy person? I'm a tidy person. We're gonna go with tidy.
So good stacking supplies that not even the bombs could have moved them.
That's pretty darn tidy. Was that not the right option? Okay, they're bomb-proof.
Didn't affect the room.
Whoa. Okie dokie there.
Before dying, he left the emergency hatch open.
Thank you, thank you. Let's see if there's a soldier behind this door. Nope, not working. Ookie. Let's see if I can get the elevator working. Oh. And I can't run while I have this out. It'd be nice, but oh well. That's not that big of a deal.
I still have some stuff to do.
Fire at will. Watch the flanks.
Go, Nemo, go!
Come on, protect the core. Don't let them take it over.
It doesn't work. It must have run out of energy. I could fix the electric board.
Fix the electrical panel by removing the melted part. Choose a part, select, deselect. Once selected, you can move it. Yeah. Ah, haha. Okay, I gotcha. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat.
Watch the flanks. Fire at will.
Yes!
That was easy enough.
Watch the flank.
No, nothing with you? Okay. Starting to wonder now, like every room I go into, there's something I can do. Something that happened I can change. Honestly, a pretty cool mechanic in my opinion. Definitely one I don't ever remember seeing. So, new to me.
Don't know when to surrender. Isn't that so?
Of course not. I still have to finish your face.
The Nautilus is at last in the nation's hands. Tell me how to deactivate the self-destruction and take my word as a gentleman. I will free your crew.
Ha! Gentleman. I saw in the penitentiary mine what to free means to you, you damn sadist. I will die before releasing the Nautilus to your masters.
It's a shame to end our relationship like this, but wish granted, Captain. This time you will not escape. Brothers, take aim!
No! What am I doing?
Vern, what are you doing?
What the? Oh, you must be Monsieur Verne, and that thing you're threatening me with is the amazing Atlantean artifact I've heard so much fuzz.
Release them and get out. Don't move. Get back.
60 seconds to self-destruction. 60 seconds to self-destruction.
Don't be stupid, Nemo. Stop the countdown before we all die.
No.
Then say goodbye to your dear Verne.
No!
Use the iMac at full capacity. Complete the sequence by pressing the credit symbol before time runs out. If you find the quick time events difficult, disable them. Okay.
But what the... Again? No.
I wonder for speedrunning purposes if I can leave that off.
Verne! I will find you!
The iMac had never displayed that amount of power before. My mind was dragged again to the bridge, an image that was torturing me over the last months. I didn't wake up until a few hours later, a time that surely Nemo felt was like an eternity.
Yeah, saved the Nautilus. Oh, cool. Chapter 1.
You think that fear, destructive imagination, and hopelessness don't exist? Captain, my take is that the only way to open it safely is exposing it to the iMac.
Are you sure?
This deadbolt is a piece made by Phobos priests. Their devices were famous for being impenetrable, forged with the remainders of a meteorite. If anyone messes with it, it will launch a discharge of an energy that will cause a deep, infinite terror to whoever receives it.
An energy that causes terror? That's preposterous.
Maybe for you, but for the Atlanteans, the power of Phobos was real enough. Do you think that fear, destructive imagination, and hopelessness don't exist?
Not presented in the shape of fireworks and sparks.
If you don't believe me, feel free to break the chest with a crowbar.
How can the IMAG open it?
The IMAG feeds itself with Mr. Vern's imagination and uses it to creatively change our reality. Therefore, it's a positive force, directly opposed to the kind of energy that the Deadbolt uses. I'm reasonably convinced that the energy of the IMAG will nullify the one in the lock.
You mean like sand and rust?
Could be. The Deadbolt is a rusty key, and the IMAG, the sand that wipes away when scrubbed.
Do it, Vern.
Ooh.
What the?
What now?
The IMAG. It doesn't work. It looks like it ran out of energy. That explosion must have dried it up.
You must make it work. We must release the Compass of Destiny from this chest.
Shouting at me won't help.
No.
Adriel, go and look for Petrov. May he bring the torch and...
Captain, I must advise against force opening the chest, unless you want to lose your mind. What is imperative now is to find an answer to why the IMAG is dead.
If you have any theory, spit it out now.
It's possible that, given that the IMAG gets its energy from the imagination of its host, the problem is inside your mind, Vern.
In my mind?
Yes, that's true. You talked about hallucinations.
Yes. For an instant, I traveled back to a bridge in Paris. I had a similar vision at the island.
Do you remember seeing something like this in your vision?
It certainly has a likeness with the shadow I saw at the bridge, but are you telling me that I saw Phobos, the Atlantean god of fear?
Fear is a narrow description of what Phobos really meant to the Atlantean people. For them, he was the destructive imagination, the one born out from despair and angst. You could also say that his sister Placea, however, represented fantasy. But the truth was that she was perceived as the source of the creative imagination, the one that thrives from hope. I think that Atlanteans believed that the balance between the two brothers dictated one's own sanity. If Phobos has broken that balance in your mind, that would explain the IMAG's silence.
Mythology? You're talking about mythology? I don't believe in Phobos, hence it's impossible that it's harming me.
The thing here is, you are afraid. Too much fear inside you. Until you don't master it, I'm afraid that the IMAG will never work again.
I refuse to believe in hocus pocus.
And how can you explain the IMAG blast? It saved your life.
I don't question that the Atlantean technology doesn't work. What I mean is that...
Enough with the debate! We are losing precious time. What matters is that the IMAG only works with you. It's obvious that your hallucinations are a symptom of some kind of disorder. Visit Dr. Cedric and get yourself a neurological check. That's an order.
All right.
You, Adriel, check the reparations. We must keep afloat for 2 days until we get to the base. We must assume that Commander Hetzel is not far from us.
Yes, Captain.
Why are you still here?
Aren't you bothered by the way we were attacked? They fell upon us too easily. It's more than probable that there was a traitor on board.
A traitor? In the Nautilus? Never. I have personally chosen each member of this crew. There is no question that the nation has found a way to decode our communications.
I envy your confidence, Captain, but you should be aware that during the attack, I found that someone shot Shun's body after his death. I believe that the murderer was trying to hide the fact that he was killed before the boarding.
God damn it. Let's keep our eyes opened. If there is a traitor in such a small space, he or she will be exposed sooner or later. God damn it!
I like this game. This game is cool. Oh. Want to try.
Nonsense. I may have my issues, but Atlantean magic? Come on. Let's go to Deck 3 to see Doc.
Where do I need to go? Doctor, okay. Basically over and down. No, can't look at the books.
Nemo's organ has always fascinated me, and also gives me chills, just like the captain.
That was cool. Mobilis and mobile. Not sure exactly what that means, but considering it's a giant organ and it's mobiles in the name, that's a little funny. It's funnier than I'm just tired. That is cool. The pixel art Japanese paintings. This is wrecked. Just keep going back and forth just to make sure I'm not missing anything I could be just looking at or checking out.
Doesn't work. I can't reach the sick bay. I'll go to the bridge and see if Nadine can help me.
Okay, bridge is up. These kind of games, like older looking point and click style games, I usually like exploring just to make sure I don't miss anything, because it's just so interesting of a world and just looks so neat.
Don't come any closer. These carbo exhausts are quite damaged, and you could breathe polluted air.
I will, but what about you, Sue?
Don't worry, I'm used to it, and it takes a big deal of carbon dioxide to knock me down.
Will they hold until we reach the base?
I'm working on it. Oh, they must hold. Without them, we couldn't breathe.
I'll stop bothering you. Good luck with that.
Thanks. I will need it.
Yes, please do keep going back to what you're doing so I can keep breathing. It would be nice.
Still amazed that we can breathe under the sea, thanks to these machines.
I take it it's filtering the carbon dioxide into oxygen somehow. If that's what they said, then I'm daft and may have missed it. That's what it seems like. The minions of the nation. Golden Empire, the nation, of course. Oh, that is cool looking on the right side, the Dragon Sea area. Uncharted. Uncharted looks kind of like Australia. Just saying. Oh, okay. This is actually based on the continents and everything that are in the world as is, just changed. I get it now. Okay. That's pretty cool looking. Give developers credit on, like, imaginatively adjusting the Earth map. to fit this world.
Nadine is always reading these penny dreadfuls. Awfully boring literature, so to speak.
Any dreadfuls? I wonder what those are. Valkyrie. The old Juggernaut-class destroyer Valkyrie had become tremendously popular in the nation, thanks to a desperate rescue operation during the 1847 invasion of Britain, which saved the lives of thousands of shipwrecked soldiers. Despite her popularity, the ship, already obsolete for the nation's new technology, not repaired from the damage received during her last battle, and was abandoned in the North Sea for 2 decades, until the Bloody Raven reclaimed her. He was going to make her the centerpiece of a suicide raid on the Suez Canal and steal control of it from the Golden Empire. The sight of the Valkyrie's rusting hull of the front of the nation's fleet shook the morale of the Anglo-African fleet guarding Port Said. But when her golden mast ripped the hull of HMS Vengeance in half, that same morale was shattered to splinters. 2 fleets engaged in a skirmish as the resting destroyers swept through the city and penetrated the canal, destroying everything in her path, sustaining countless damages and transporting more than 1,500 Echo Guards to the very gate of the canal's main control. The Allied fleet was soon defeated by the nation, and the highly strategic Suez Canal became part of their domain in a matter of hours. The strategy had been a success. When the Raven discovered that, despite the virulence of the attack, the old Valkyrie was still standing, he decided to take her as his flagship, repairing the major damage, but retaining her rusty appearance, which had proven to be a terrible psychological weapon. In a short time, and thanks to the Raven's victories, both became one of the most recognizable symbols of the nation's war effort, exploited by propaganda ad nauseum, with products such as the morning radio serial Avenging Raven against the evil Captain Nemo. Well, if that isn't a biased thing.
Jules, good to see you.
Nadine, I'm glad you're alive.
I have a big headache thanks to a rifle butt, but I'm in one piece, not like this melting piece of junk.
It is still a striking piece of junk.
That's because I'm the one who steers it, babe.
Do you think they will find us again?
No doubt about it. We have decoded a radio message from the nation. The Raven is still alive and it's behind us at full throttle. Your hocus pocus stuff only sent him 200 miles away from us. Sooner or later he will fall upon us, and that's for sure.
If we keep ourselves underwater, he won't find us.
We have been 2 days without recycling air, and the oxy-recyclers are quite damaged. If we don't emerge soon, you will discover what's like to want to puke with every breath.
Wonderful. The attack has been more of an ambush, don't you agree? They were waiting for us. Did any radio message come out the days before? You must have seen it.
Negative. 10 days ago, the captain imposed silence at the Nautilus. Nothing comes in, neither out.
Is there any radio channel that avoids the primary systems?
Nemo's personal telecommunicator. He's the only one that holds the codes. He uses it for his business with the resistance cells.
You were a part of one of these cells, isn't that so?
You can bet your ass. I never had eaten more mud in my fucking life. We traveled fast through Hemira, no more than 3 days in the same spot. We stole from the nation everything that wasn't hammered to the ground. The good thing about that is that I barely knew the warfront.
And then, the Nautilus.
Think about it. A toddler like me, recruited by the Nautilus. I would have done anything Nemo asked me.
Not anymore.
Well, I've been locked here for a while, fighting, and I feel that there's a lot of things outside that I'm missing out.
Fighting tyranny is a horrible job, but someone has to do it.
Yes, I know.
Safety hatches since it just popped up.
I need your help. You know, I need to see the doctor, and the elevators are disabled. Can you open the safety hatches?
I hope it's nothing serious, but I will give you a few seconds of energy.
Ah, much better. Thanks.
Make the most of it. We have so little energy that even seals overtake us. Gosh, I wish I was shopping in New York.
Use the elevator to go to the doctor. There's a person down here. I want to talk to you. Just gotta say, it's pretty funny. Like, thinking back, me saying that, as antisocial as I am, saying, "Oh, a person. Let's go talk to him."
Hello, Assistant Sarah. Are the navigation systems holding up?
Barely. I am patching up all I can to allow Nadine to pilot. I'm sorry, Monsieur Verne. I cannot help you now. These systems require my full attention.
I just wanted to see who you were and talk to you a little bit. You're good. You can keep going and do what you're doing. They're not available. Thank you. Open some doors. Those? Okay. Finally. Pretty sure I wanted to go to the dock. Right? Go to the doctor. Yep. Okay. Just like check and see where I'm at. Get myself familiar with the map and the areas.
Verne, you were here. The Nemiagram isn't prepared yet. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. How are you?
I felt better before my conversation with Nemo. He's getting more nervous each day.
That happens to all of us.
What's this device? Nemiogram? A memory writer?
That's it. I designed it months ago, but I hadn't the chance to test it. It induces a deep hypnosis trance to a patient, and it's ideal to explore the blocked corners inside his or her mind, theoretically.
Theoretically?
Yes. Your checkup from after the boarding shows no brain damage, nor blood clots that explain your hallucinations. So I decided to try an alternative approach.
Hypnosis? Why?
The IMAG and you are linked by imagination.
Doctor, that sounds terribly unscientific.
Call it in brainwaves or whatever you like. The undeniable matter here is that the IMAG only works with your brain. The Raven attack provoked a trauma, and because of that, the IMAG doesn't work anymore.
And how is this machine supposed to cure me?
It will not cure you. My intention with the Nemiogram is to discover what happened to you at that island. You have told me many times that although you don't hold any memory of that episode, you believe that there is where you found the IMAG and suffered your first bridge hallucination. Maybe the memory of the events you experienced at the island holds the answer, or at least a clue that will help us to cure your malady and the captain's concerns.
A very interesting hypothesis, but frankly, Doc, are you sure that you aren't going to fry my brains?
Of course not. Theoretically. I'll be able to find out about it. Relax while I finish the adjustments.
I don't even know what that is anymore. Will it hurt?
Not at all. Although it's possible that you'll suffer some headaches in the next hours.
Oh,
It
nice.
doesn't help me to relax.
I promise that the headaches will be worth it.
So, how's the vaccine?
Intact, at least. Luckily, the Nation minions didn't make it to here. On the other hand, my research is absolutely at a standstill. Cholera is an extremely resistant bacteria. Each day more and more people die from it. For what I've been informed, the horror I lived in India is nothing compared to what is going on right now among the workers of the Nation's factories.
You know you have me here for whatever you need. In the event I survive this machine, of course. Someone around here has told me a story about you facing the Bloody Raven years ago.
I don't know who has told you such a stretch of the truth. I just have seen him once, from away, and he still froze the blood in my veins. It was a long time ago, in India, in a village in the middle of the jungle. We the Brits were holding our position in front of the nation's advances until the Raven and his Echo guards arrived.
Now, how do you think they have found us? We didn't emerge for 3 days.
I've been at war too many years to still believe in coincidence.
Did you analyze Shun's body? I believe I saw something.
Something that didn't match the scene, right? He didn't die from bullet wounds. Lethal head injury.
Yeah, I was wondering.
My suspicion, somebody attacked him from behind before the nation's boarding, and then shot the body to blend the murder with the other deaths.
That night, he was on bridge duty, and mysteriously, servo radar stopped working. Someone in the crew is...
You should discuss these matters with the captain. I am just a doctor. My patients are my mission. And right now, you're one of them.
When do we start?
It's ready. Let's begin. Focus. Tell me about the bridge.
It's a bridge. In Paris, I believe. Mist surrounds me. I have a strange feeling, because there is someone else here with me. I have felt that very same presence before, at the island, before the Nautilus.
Focus on it. Let yourself go.
I'll try. It's difficult to focus. Everything began 6 months ago, the day of the wreck of the AES Annabelle Lee.
Yay! Cool. Gotta say real quick, the only thing that I've found a problem with this game so far is just spelling errors and
Cedric's
grammatical
strange
errors.
machine
Other than that, this
unleashed
game
my
is
memories.
brilliant.
Lightning
And that's
down
not
the
like
void
a
of my
criticism.
soul's land.
It's just like a
The Annabelle Lee
slight
was my
critique.
first assignment as a scientific officer at the American Empire Navy. In addition to the war's own menace, there was a rumor that a huge sea monster was around, sinking ships. Despite my skepticism, 3 weeks after our departure, in the dead of night, that rumor became a reality by pouncing on our ship and in a matter of minutes wrecking us. By some miracle, I survived. Luckily, the currents brought me to the island. Later, I understood that my extraordinary journey started right there. Where am I? It's destroyed. Fixing it will be difficult.
Okay. So stuck on an island. The birdies in the background. This game is so pretty.
Oh God. The attack. The monster. That sea beast came out from beneath and rammed the Annabelle Lee, ripping apart the hull like a rotten fruit. Why is it so hard to recall?
Like I was saying, I know this is a new game, so, you know, it's understandable there's some things that aren't quite right. And like I said, this isn't a criticism, it's just a little more slight critique of, you know, this could be changed because it's not how it should be. It's, when it appears, tends, or when someone says, is it, it doesn't seem right. It should be is it. And there's other few things here and there I've seen. Or occasionally pops up as just
No sign
oh.
of life. Maybe I will find someone inland. Oh, I need food.
But that's just more, you know, something for the developer to go back and look at and maybe change.
Petroglyph. It's ancient. It must mean something.
Well, like I said, I'm highly enjoying this game so far. Like,
An old letter. Seems to be written by an outcast. It must be important.
so far this game for me is a 10 out of 10. September 19th. Night and day, I think of nothing but how I might destroy some of the monsters in their cruel, bloody entertainment, and if possible, save the victim they should bring hither to destroy. What could one man do among them when perhaps there might be 20 or 30 of them together with their darts or their bows and arrows, with which they could shoot as true to a mark as I could with my gun? Yuki. Castaway. I'll find the other two letters. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I like this. This is neat. Any letters down there? Don't think I see any. Okay. This is a really pretty view.
I need something to clear up this thicket. This place is a paradise, but not a soul around. I hope this island will not become my grave.
A pretty place for it, gotta say.
There's something written on it. In this place, I arrived on September the 30th of... I cannot read the year.
Wonder how old that is.
Another petroglyph. The symbols are different. A lift. A former inhabitant made it. I hope that if he is still around, he will be friendly. However, it's been a long time since this was built. It might work, if only I could find a tackle.
Tackle, huh?
I need a tackle to make
Yeah,
it
that's what I
work.
thought.
I need to break the lock.
Now you have in your inventory the tackle to activate the lift. Go to the basket to place it. Okay.
That's not useful now. I need to break the lock.
And of course me, oh yeah, go here. I'm gonna go the opposite direction. Letter 2. November 27th. I was so much amazed with the thing itself, having never felt the like, nor discoursed with anyone that had, that I was like one dead or stupefied, and the motion of the earth made my stomach sick, like one that was tossed at sea. But the noise of the falling of the rock awakened me, as it were, and rousing me from the stupefied condition I was in, filled me with horror, and I thought of nothing then but the hill falling upon my tent, my household goods, and bearing all at once. This sunk my very soul within a second time. And the third shock was over, and I felt no more for some time. I began to take courage, and yet I had not heart enough to go over my wall again, for fear of being buried alive, but sat still upon the ground, greatly cast down and disconsolate, not knowing what to do. Excuse me. I hate having to clear my throat sometimes.
There's a series of marks. It could be a calendar. If we take each of the small ones for a week and the big ones for months, oh dear, it's a whole life.
Great. Remember, you can use any item from your inventory by pressing action where its use is required, but only works with the right item. Fair enough. Best way to tie the rope is to use the clove hitch, a sailing knot. Move to select the direction of the rope, move the rope.
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna take a little getting used to. I have to do that again. It didn't make much sense as to exactly what to do. But that's just me. And the fact that it's really late in the day. So it's kind of like perfect game right now. Just sitting, just really enjoy the scenery and take my time playing. This doesn't look safe. Yes, let's... Ooh. Pretty. I was about to say, yes, let's stand on the rickety looking bridge to just view the
I
scenery.
must find a shelter first.
Oh, it's awful. That looks like a horrific face in that tree.
I'm safe. Not in bad shape. It could be a good shelter until somebody rescues me. These trees have fruits. And back there's a stream of water. Now I need to rest. Tomorrow, with a clearer head, I will find how to fix it.
Yay! I think I missed a letter somewhere.
I spent 2 days completely alone. Despite that, the island was familiarly comfortable. It was a beautiful place. All my life, I dreamed about freedom and exploring the world. Maybe that was the way destiny had to give me the chance to fulfill my desire for adventure. What the hell?
Seriously, what the hell just happened?
I wasn't wrong.
Whoa. Is this Majora's Mask? Is the moon gonna come down and destroy us all in 3 days?
I must find out what that light was.
I just realized there's a face at the root of that tree. The base of that tree. Right next to me. Looks like it anyway. Investigate the hill.
I need to break the rope.
How to break the rope. Okay. I don't know what bird that is, but I want it to go away. I don't know what it is about that noise. I don't like it.
The island has changed.
Oh, excuse
What
me.
happened?
What did happen and when did I get an elephant?
I need to break the lock.
I was hoping it was broken. Anything more over here? Nope. Okay. Force a habit to check and recheck every area. One thing I'm seeing, I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to be. But the very top layer of pixels on the ground, is it supposed to look like that? In some areas. Because in some areas it looks fine and kind of natural, like over here. But like right here, it just all of a sudden it's different and it doesn't really match anything around it. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or...
But what the? An elephant and a balloon? What's going on here? They feel familiar. Maybe a dream.
5 weeks in a balloon. On January 31st, 1863, Jules Verne saw his first novel published, 5 Weeks in a Balloon. The story describes a thrilling journey through the unexplored territories of Africa, led by the eccentric Dr. Samuel Ferguson, his faithful lackey Joe, and professional hunter Dick Kennedy. In order to find the sources of the Nile, these aeronauts decide to cross the continent, traveling in a balloon named Victoria, in honor of the Queen of England, whose innovative use of hydrogen allows it to make long journeys. The novel immediately became a great public and critical success. In part, this was due to the enormous interest for the African continent of the audience at the time, also because of the mixture of imaginary travel and solid, for the time, scientific information. One of the most famous passages in the novel describes how an elephant tows the balloon to cross the mountain range known as the Mountains of the Moon. Thanks to this first success, Verne gained the financial security that would allow him to fulfill his dream of becoming a writer. He signed a contract with Pierre Jules Hetzel's publishing house, which was published the rest of his works for the next 40 years. It was worth noting as a curiosity that Verne had never ridden in a balloon when he wrote the book and would not do so until years later. That's pretty funny. Never been in one until a long time later.
Edgar Allan Poe, Alexandre Dumas, Victor Hugo. Never heard these names before.
Ah!
How strange. They don't look like they have been dragged here by the sea. Where do they come from?
Edgar Allan Poe. Oh. Edgar Allan Poe is awesome.
What's going on here? Compagnie Parisienne de l'Électricité? That can't be. How does a streetlight get here? And this writing desk. Again, it's weirdly familiar.
Parisian Electrical Company. Thank goodness French isn't that hard to understand. And that I took 2 years of it and my brain somewhat remembers some of
That
it.
must be the light I saw. Wait a moment. There's something on the ground.
What is that? Ooh. Oh, that's just to clear the thicket I found earlier. Okay.
What's this? A door. That wasn't here before.
No.
It's jammed.
Force.
To activate the mechanism, I need the missing blocks. Could the petroglyphs be the answer? The stick has a weird shape, almost like a key.
A strange key.
That's not useful now.
There we go.
I need something that can help me.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Not sure if I can die from falling in this, but rather not, if possible. Where's this other letter? Oh, excuse me.
I need something that can help me.
Yeah. New? Okay. I wonder where this third letter is then. Or if I could have gotten it, it's gone already. One of those instances. You only have like one area, one little chance to get something. Doot. We just gonna go full speed.
I need something that
Ow.
can help me.
Keep wanting to do Y for my inventory. Wasn't one this way, right? I have a rock. Can I use this on it? Sweet. Okay.
That's not useful now.
Wonder what I need the tools for. Break the rope.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, machete then. I'm just trying to see if the tools were for that. Kind of figured it was the machete. Maybe tools fix this. I can jump down and make it. Before I even try.
That's not useful now.
No. Okay. Fine. Is it not gonna go more? Can't go over more.
That's not useful now. That's not useful now. That's not useful now.
No. Oh. Okay. I think I get how this works. Okay. Can I go behind the waterfall? Nope. Okay. I want to check. Sometimes you can in some games.
I need something that can help me.
Oh. Try the tools. Not only a writer, but a carpenter. Let's grab the last one of these.
Now I have all the blocks for the door.
Yay! Last letter. Yes. Wondering where this was. Yay, side quest. January 8th. He was no sooner landed upon the earth, but he moved forward towards me with a long spear or weapon in his hand to kill me. When he came to a rising ground at some distance, he spoke to me, or I heard a voice so terrible that it is impossible to express the terror of it. All that I can say is I understood was this: seeing all these things have not brought thee to repentance, now thou shalt die. Which words I thought he lifted up the spear that was in his hand to kill me. No one that shall ever read this account will expect that I should be able to describe the horrors of my soul at this terrible vision. I mean that even while it was a dream, I even dreamed of those horrors. Nor is it any more possible to describe the impression that remained upon my mind when I awakened and found it was but a dream. Okay. Okay. My brain went south for a second and I forgot what I needed to do. I do not understand the order I'm supposed to have these in. Oh, okay. On. I think I get it now. My inventory for this? What I'm looking for? No. Oh, okay. I see this. Okay, I see the symbols on the actual thing now. So the one on the left needs to go on the bottom. The one on the right needs to go at the top. The one on the top needs to go to the right. And one on the bottom needs to go left. This one up top. One's there. Switch those two. And do this.
Yes.
Okay. Once I understood, it was easy enough to figure out.
Somebody wants me inside. What if it's a trap? Should I take the chance? However, I could probably find inside an explanation for what's going on. And of course, it's a much more solid shelter than a wood cabin.
Would be better. As long as there's no bears. Or dragons. Why are there faces everywhere? Oh my god, that's creepy. No. Up down this way?
Holy
Okay.
Antikythera mechanism. What's this place? This hasn't been built by some castaway.
I might have to start using that. Oh my god, the face. Trying to creep someone out in a game. Best way to do it, just throw random faces and scenery. Oh my god. Oh. The amount of awful that is.
Something enigmatic they hold. This gallery could lead into the center of the earth.
Journey to the Center of the Earth was published in 1864 and immediately became a success. Professor Leidenbrock and his nephew Axel discover a manuscript in which a 16th century alchemist describes a journey to the center of the Earth, starting in the crater of the Icelandic volcano. I'm not going to pronounce that because I'm pronounced wrong, but in the Icelandic volcano. Following his directions and a trail of runes engraved in stone, they travel through a fantastic subterranean kingdom in which, among other amazing discoveries, they discover an inland sea the size of Europe, and a battle between Jurassic creatures and even an encounter with primitive hominids. Verne's exciting book was the product of a combination of his rich imagination and his knowledge of the latest geological discoveries of his time, as its pages reflect the work of renowned scientists of the time, such as Alcide d'Orbigny, paleontologist and president of the Geological Society of France, and Charles St. Clair Deville, volcanologist and founding member of the French Meteorological Society. What? Did I go up on accident? Oh, I went over. That's what it was. Okay. Where was I at? Here we go. However, some theories that were considered valid at the time have been refuted. The most obvious example is the theory that after an eruption, volcanic conduits remained hollow, and that for this reason, a worldwide network of interconnected subterranean caverns was possible. Modern science has shown that these conduits are too small and clogged with solid rock, making them unfortunately impassable to humans. That would be cool though. Oh my god. No!
I'm trapped. I hope there's another way out.
There better be. Otherwise I got a new home. But I want to... And there's a pack? Can I grab that stuff, please? No? Okay. What's over here?
Mon Dieu! What's going on this island?
Mon Dieu.
The Life and Incredible Adventures of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Wait a moment. I remember that. I've read this book a dozen times. My God, the letters, the cabin. These are elements of that same story. Am I hallucinating?
That would make sense. Robinson Crusoe, written by Daniel Defoe, was published on April 25th, 1719, and is considered the first English novel. Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe in approximately 6 months when he was over 50 years old, and it was a phenomenon, becoming one of the books with most editions, translations, and knockoffs in history. Robinson Crusoe was passed off as a chronicle of real events. Stories of shipwrecked sailors were very popular at that time, and there are several names that could have served as inspiration for Defoe, among which stands out that of the buccaneer Alexander Selkirk, who in 1704 preferred to stay on the uninhabited island of Massa Tierra in the South Pacific rather than continue aboard the Cinque Ports, which he considered too damaged to continue sailing. After 4 years and 4 months in solitude, he was rescued, safe and sound, by the Duke, another privateer ship. Upon his return to London, his story of survival made him a celebrity. In 1966, the island was renamed Robinson Crusoe's Island. Jules Verne was a great admirer of Defoe's Robinson, something that is evident in many of his works. As the Mysterious Island, 1874, although in this case what leads the protagonist to the island of the title is not a shipwreck at sea, but the fall of a hot air balloon. In 1882, he published A School for Robinsons, in which he shipwrecked his characters on another island where they had to survive all kinds of dangers and threats, such as inclement weather, tribes of cannibals, and even wild animals, with the only help of an aborigine and their own hands. By the way, the full title of the work was The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Robinson Crusoe of York Mariner, who lived 28 years all alone in an uninhabited island on the coast of America near the mouth of the great river of Ooronoque, having been cast on shore by a shipwreck wherein all the men perished but himself, with an account how he was at last strangely delivered by pirates, written by himself. Good Lord. That's way too long of a title.
Wait a moment. There's a note here. What mystery is this? All the books have my name on them, but they're all blank. No titles.
From the Earth to the Moon, Around the World in 80 Days, The Green Ray, The Golden Volcano. Earth to the Moon. I'm gonna take it. This is the Earth. Around. Oh. Okay. I did it wrong. Press again. Earth to the Moon, so I'm going to need a rocket. That's going to be that one. Around the World in 80 Days is going to be that one. The Green Ray. Let's see. I'm guessing it's that one because that's the greenest thing on here. And Golden Volcano. That one.
Yes.
Didn't notice the rocket till after I saw the globe.
It's ancient Greek. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. Only if your imagination is as brilliant as her flame. What's this? It must be hundreds of years old.
The iMag.
What? Good heavens. But what in the name of...
Oh ho ho ho.
But here again? What's going on? Did this artifact do it? What is this?
Was that Phobos that I saw on the bridge? If so, holy hell. Huh. Thing was horrifying.
Wait a moment. The inscription. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. But maybe I could fix them with this devilish artifact.
Let's go with very strong.
Fortunately, stones resisted and kept withstanding.
Run, Vern!
This is a nightmare! I must run away from this island. Maybe I could fix the boat with this devilish artifact. I'd rather face the dangers at sea than stay trapped in this madness.
Oh, but it's fun being in madness. Things are just starting to get interesting.
What the hell is going on?
That's what I want to know. Oh my god, the skull in the cloud. Oh. Quick time events aren't too bad.
Hours later, while I was drifting away, my head still boiled with questions. I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship. Scared to death, I discovered a new truth. It was a monster, yes, but made of steel.
I was about to say, what am I, Ernest Hemingway, an old man at sea? Ha ha. That's about the only writer pun I can think of at the moment.
I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship.
What a tale! If I hadn't seen the IMAG working with my own eyes, I would truly believe that you, as we doctors say, were as mad as a March hare.
Does something of this make any sense to you?
Not at all, but it's not me who has to find it. However, it's obvious that everything, your hallucinations, your amnesia, the books, even the island, draws lines that link your mind with the IMAG.
Any clue of how we can fix that?
Have you considered that your status inside the Nautilus could be the reason for your, let's say, disconnection? It must be hard for you to live together with the ones responsible for the attack that sank your ship.
Months ago, I would have told you yes, and that I hated them for it. But I understood that war is war, and I must recognize, much to my regret, that the captain has opened for me the doors of an incredible world that without the Nautilus and his technology, I could never dream of reaching. Am I a prisoner? Well, there are much worse prisons out there.
We're all trapped inside the Nautilus one way or another, my friend. A similar dilemma afflicts myself since I began to be part of this crew. I consecrated my career to save lives, and now I'm a piece of a ruthless war machine. On the other hand, my cholera research is only possible thanks to Nemo's technology.
He's an extraordinary man, but fearful. His current condition is unsettling.
History will judge him as it will do with us, and whoever writes it will park us in the place he believes we deserve. Now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Doctor's orders. Go to your quarters and get some sleep.
Oh. You're no fun.
Vern, I knew I'd find you here. How are you? What has the doctor said?
I'm fine. I just need some...
Oh, good. I'm afraid that it will have to wait.
What happens?
Yeah.
This never stops. Vern, I revised my notes. Maybe if we dig more into the ship that carried the chest and the compass, maybe we can find out another way to open it. Just in case the IMAG doesn't work anymore.
Not a bad idea.
Officer Adriel, please, to the courtroom now.
Oh, bloody... Oh, do me a favor. The captain keeps a very detailed record of the Greek ship's history. Please, take a look. See what you can find.
Officer Adriel!
I'm coming! Search into the closet. Look for the log.
I don't envy her job, that's for sure.
Me either. Oh, excuse me.
Better if I don't bother them. My presence here is never appreciated.
Log in the chart room.
Thank God. The elevators are still working.
That's what I'm saying. Terms by bridge. 380, sure. I go through this door. Okay.
And that's all the records we have about the Scylla, the Greek ship. But these are the same papers that... Wait, what does this mean? This note. Important info in audio cylinders 399, 244, and 219.
Three 999, 244, and 219? 214. 219, I think. Where the...
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Ancestors Island. This is the place in which everything tells us that the flame of Hephaestus lies in. It's not only protected by those so-called ancestors, but also it's located at the center of a magnetic anomalies area that drives navigation devices mad. And to make matters worse, the island is also surrounded by huge currents and fog banks, making it virtually unreachable.
Who's this Ned Land? I can't recall that name in the crew.
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Compass of Destiny. According to our research, this compass, crafted with a mineral only found in the Ancestors Island, always points to it, as if it was its own north. This, combined with a coordinate system, was used by the few ships that still traded with the island.
Nothing new, but what happened to this officer? I still have some stuff to do. I still have some stuff to do. I still have some stuff.
Sub-Lieutenant Ned Land speaking. Documentation record regarding the Flame of Hephaestus. In historical records and legends, it is told that the Atlantean people found in the Ancestors Island an amazing energy, which they called the Flame of Hephaestus. Its implementation allowed them, in a few years, to develop unimaginable technology. It moved their ships and the gigantic machinery that built their city and harvested large crops. They also created a system of extraction. I must record this here. Today, I have found something that
It may change it all. I was with the communication system, routine maintenance, when I locked on a very strange signal. It sounded almost like a voice, but it was only noise. But, oh God, Captain has replied, and they've been talking like he understood that horrible sound. It seemed like they were talking about picking up a load at a certain point of the Indian Ocean, and the captain was constantly repeating a name. Vern. I hadn't recognized the other voice, but I can't believe it. Nemo is not a traitor. I must confirm this before saying anything. We are about to dock at the secret base. If there's any evidence against Nemo, it will be there, in his office. I hope that they don't catch me, and that I'm wrong too.
What? What have I just heard? Was Nemo waiting for me in the middle of the sea?
That's what it sounds like. Woohoo! Chapter 3 complete. Cool.
I know you were afflicted. Shame fell on us, because we failed in our mission of capturing terrorist Nemo. I know, because I felt the same dishonor. But I have had an epiphany. We didn't suffer a defeat. Fate revealed our true mission in front of our eyes. The artifact is a prodigy that can change destiny. We have been spending our lives under the boot of politicians and bureaucrats of the Curia of the nation, those who just exist to fill their bellies at the expense of our blood. I say, let's take the artifact and forge a new world based on order and purity. Are you with me, brothers?
Raven.
Those days, my sanity felt like walking on a glass floor. I discovered that no one in the crew had ever heard talk about Officer Ned Land. If that was not enough, the recordings disappeared and left me with no other evidence of it than my damaged memory. Somebody was pulling the strings of my fate. What did they want from me? I had to find out before it was too late. I could just follow Ned Land's advice. Search into Nemo's office and bring the truth to light. Whatever it was.
A cool looking ship, giant octopus head on the front. Chapter 4.
I must leave my plans for breaking into Nemo's office for later. The captain and Edriel want to meet me.
Here is where I think I shall call it for tonight. It's getting kind of late for me, and I still want to get this uploaded before I go to bed. Let's be able to sit down and relax a little bit or go to sleep. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate your time. I hope you have enjoyed our first part of our look into Vern. Very fun game so far. Definitely more story driven than point and click, but still very fun. Enjoying every minute of it. Really well done pixel artwork, just everywhere. Just little details and things, just little extra details just make this world like really pop. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. You're looking for love. I hope you find it. If you have it, make sure you treasure it. Hope you have a good day. I wish you the best. Until next time. Bye-bye.